show you guys how to make these really easy and delicious breakfast tostadas. I made a really quick reel for these and I put them on Instagram. So I decided to make a longer, more in-depth video and show you how to make the toppings that I put on top as well. These tostadas are still great for weight loss. I ate a ton of tostadas on my weight loss journey, but I will show you guys what these look like calorie-wise at the end. And as a quick reminder, the new expanded edition of my best-selling weight loss guide and cookbook, Plantifully Lean, will be in stores on April 11th. You can also pre-order your copy at the link that I will leave below for you guys. And if you pre-order, make sure you go to my spring menu collection link that is in the description box as well, where you can enter your receipt for your pre-order, and then you will get access to my free spring menu as a special thank you for pre-ordering my book. And thank you to everybody who put their comments of the types of videos that they would like to see in the last video I posted. I have taken note and I am gonna start working on some of those. By far the most popular is still the what I eat in a day plus, life around the homestead, because you guys like seeing that. But I love seeing what kind of videos you would love to see, so you can let me know in the comments here as well. All right, let's make some tostadas. Okay, so we're gonna start off by making the tostadas, and I just like these corn tortillas that I find at my local grocery store. So I'm just gonna pop them on a pan. I don't put any oil on them. I just put them straight in the oven. I honestly don't even season them with salt because I feel like with all of the toppings, they're gonna have a ton of flavor.
So I'm going to bake these at 400 for 8 to 10 minutes. Watch them closely because they burn fast.
All right, so now I'm gonna show you guys how to make the pickled onions. If you've never tried pickled onions, guys, I am telling you, it adds so much flavor. They're delicious. I know they sound weird, but they add so much flavor. Even my kids love pickled onions.
So now to finish preparing the onions, I'm going to put 1 cup of water and 1 cup of white distilled vinegar into a pot with some salt and a little bit of oregano, and I'm going to bring that to a boil. Once it's boiling, I'm going to transfer it to this pouring dish or measuring cup because I just can't pour it from the pot. I just spill it everywhere. So I just add it to the onions. And that's it, guys. You basically just sit and wait for it to cool down, and then they're done. Store them in the fridge. They taste better day after day. So now the tostadas are done. You can see they are nice and crispy. It took no oil, super easy. Just keep a close eye on them because they do like to burn. All right, so now I'm going to take some of this chickpea flour to make the chickpea omelets. No, this video isn't sponsored. It would be great if it was, but here's 3/4 of a cup of the chickpea flour, and then to that I'm going to add a little garlic powder and onion powder. I'm going to do about 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder.
Now I'm gonna add salt to the chickpea mixture, and I'm gonna use this natural Himalayan black salt because it has a very sulfury taste to it, which gives this a really authentic eggy flavor. So it is fancy salt. I order it on Amazon, or some of our local Indian markets carry it. If you can't find it, don't wanna hunt it down, just use regular salt, it's fine. These still come out delicious, but the black salt really does give it a authentic eggy flavor.
So now that that is all mixed in there, I'm gonna add 3/4 of a cup of water and make a nice thin crepe batter. So now I'm going to take a 1/4 cup and scoop up some of this batter and put it into my pan. I did have to lightly spray my pan because this batter is liking to stick to it. So I just add a 1/4 cup of the batter, I swirl it around and make a nice thin omelet. You have to make the omelets before you make them into the scrambled egg. They won't scramble. You can't put the batter in here and scramble it like an egg. it just doesn't work. I have tried. So you have to make the omelets first. But once you have the omelets made, it's really easy to give them that scrambled look. So I'm just going to take my omelet and I fold it up and I start chopping it up. I just give it a nice rough chop. And as you can see, it's kind of like pancakey. So then I just take my fingers and mush it together and crumble it up to give it sort of this scrambled egg look, and it works perfectly. Now I'm going to make the cashew sour cream. I take my soaked cashews and I'm going to rinse those, and you can make your onions and cashews ahead of time so you're not doing all of this at once. So I add those to my blender, add a little salt, some distilled vinegar. Then I'm going to add a little lemon juice and a little water and then get that blended up so it's nice and creamy. And you can get this recipe and the onion recipe in my weight loss guide and cookbook with over 125 other weight loss friendly recipes. Okay, so now I'm going to start building the tostadas. This is the fun part. I'm going to take some of these fat-free refried beans and put about a quarter cup onto each tostada, and I'm just using these canned fat-free ones from Whole Foods. They're already made. You can make yours if you want, but I'm going with what's easy. So I get those on the tostadas, and then I'm going to sprinkle on some of the chickpea omelet onto the tostadas, just like this. Then I'm going to add a thin slice of avocado to each tostada. I just don't want to live in a world without avocado. So then to that, I'm going to add some of the salsa. Yeah, this is jarred from the store. I don't make my own salsa from scratch. I just don't adult on that level. If I ever decide to adult on the level of making my own salsa regularly, you guys will be the first to know. So after the salsa, I like to add a little pickled jalapeno to each tostada. I love pickled jalapenos. Then come the gorgeous pickled onions. I love these. They add so much flavor. That's a lot for what I'm gonna need to make aesthetically pleasing photographs. So I'm gonna spread this out, and then I'm gonna add some of the cream I made. Look at this, guys. It is so gorgeously delicious. And then because I'm extra, I'm going to add some hot sauce on top. You, of course, can skip any of these steps, add what you want. Then I'm going to sprinkle some cilantro on because we are fancy and this is the internet. So there you have it. Look, they look like restaurant tostadas. They taste just as good. You didn't have to use any of the oil unless you have to spray your pan lightly. But it is good, guys. It is so tasty. And calorie-wise, I was generous with the avocado and the cashew sour cream, and these come out at about 549 calories for all three of them. If you cut that in half, you can reduce your calories to 485, add a big serving of some non-starchy vegetables, and you are good to go.
Look at that, guys. It's so good. And we actually eat these for dinner, and then if there happens to be leftovers the next morning, then everyone devours it for breakfast, but it's so good. It's almost too pretty to eat. It's so good. Alright guys, that is it for me today. Remember to follow me on Instagram if you want to see my daily posts and all the recipes I share there with you guys. Remember to keep this journey about health and not just about the skinny. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.